Every now and then something comes out that's so exciting, you just have to talk about it. Hello everyone, I am Shane from Crystal Clear 101. Welcome back to the channel. So I was browsing through Facebook. Needless to say, I'm part of a few Transformer groups. And every now and then you find out about a figure or two that'll be coming out ahead of time. But in this case, I found out about more than just a figure or two. In this case, I found out about almost, I guess you'd say, a year and a half to 2 years worth of figures coming out. And I have that list and those product numbers right here. Let's get into it. This list is provided by a Joshua Reese from the Transformers bot posting group. I will have a link to this post in the description box down below. So if you would like to take a look at this post on Facebook, you're more than welcome to. Now, the way this is going to be broken up, it's going to be broken up into two parts. The first part is going to be Age of the Primes, and further divided up by Class, Deluxe, Voyager, Leader, and the other part being Studio Series. And boy, there's a lot of figures we're going to be talking about here today. Now let's talk about the Deluxes first for the Age of the Primes line. Now, the first one that shows up is Deluxe Class Blastoff. Blastoff is a member of the Combaticons. So, looks like the next combiner team we're going to be doing are the Combaticons. Now, I'll also show the product listing right underneath for each individual figure. The next one is Quick Strike, followed by Smokescreen, Power Glide, Swerve, Animated Ratchet, that's an interesting choice, and Prime Cliffjumper, also another interesting choice. With the exception of two of those, every single one of those is a Generation 1 character. The fact that they chose an animated Ratchet, that just gets me further excited for the simple fact that Transformers Animated is among my top 3 favorite Transformers series. Truth be told, it's probably my number 2 favorite series. That might surprise a few of you. I really love Transformers Animated. And although it doesn't say it right here for Prime Cliffjumper, I'm pretty sure it's just the Cliffjumper that came in that Target exclusive 4-pack. I'm pretty sure that's what that Cliffjumper is, and it's going to be sold individually. Now, as far as the Voyager class figures that are listed here, it's actually a rather interesting listing that they got here. Okay, first up is Amalgamus Prime. So, another one of the 13 primes. Voyager class Brawl. I really like that one. The fact that Brawl is going to be a Voyager class, I really love that. Animated Wreck-Gar really gets my attention. Armada Sideways and Nexus Prime is what rounds out for the Age of the Prime Voyagers that are scheduled to be coming out. Now, the one that really gets my attention is the fact they chose Animated Wreck-Gar for a Voyager class. As I said, I love Transformers Animated. For those of you who have not watched Transformers Animated, it's a fun, quirky little show. The animation's wonderful. Again, for those who have not seen it. And Wreck-Gar, not only was he a fun character,
right, catch bad guy,
but he was also voiced by Weird Al Yankovic in the show.
I am Wreck-Gar. I am only good for one thing. Garbage!
And to hear him, speak like Weird Al Yankovic, in other words, Weird Al being himself.
I am Wreck-Gar. I dare to be stupid.
It was just wonderful. But the fact that we're getting an updated animated Wreck-Gar for me is just, that's wonderful.
Nice.
Now, as far as leader class is concerned, there's only 2 listings. First one is Big Convoy. And the other one is Universe Razorclaw. That's going to be an interesting one. Now, there is 1 commander class listed, and that is Onslaught. So, we are getting the leader for the Combaticons in this. And we do have a selects listing here. We are getting selects G2 Swoop and Sludge. So, in addition to the G2 Grimlock, it looks like we're going to get a complete set of... Looks like they're going to work on a complete set of G2 Dinobots. I'm not exactly a super big fan of Generation 2. I know there's a lot of people who love Generation 2, especially for those weird neon 90s colors. So, for those of you who collect the G2 style bots, there you go. You're getting 2 more G2 colored Dinobots heading your way. Now, let's dive into those Studio Series figures here, because there's a lot to unpack here. Now, as far as those Studio Series Deluxes are concerned, I have a good list right through here. Now, and we have a bunch of good ones through here. Alright, starting off with Devastation Bumblebee. So, we're getting a Devastation version of Bumblebee. TF1 Orion Pats. So, in addition to the Optimus Prime that we first got, we're now going to get Orion Pats to have the before and after of that character. TF5 Barricade. So, in other words, this is going to be the age... Not age, the Last Night, version of Barricade. 86 Windcharger. Alright. Getting some cool ones here. 86 Sunstreaker. 86 Krennic. That's the one that's really getting my attention. 86 Cliffjumper. TF1 Thundercracker. Hello. And double hello as I see TF1 Arachnid being listed. Alright, so we're actually going to be getting more characters from Transformers 1. I was honestly afraid that the few that we had gotten, the few being Optimus, Elita, B-127, Megatron, and Sentinel Prime, I was honestly afraid those were all we're going to be getting from Transformers 1. But no, we're going to be getting more characters from Transformers 1. That's awesome because I actually personally enjoyed TF1. I know there's people who didn't. If you didn't like it, that's cool. I understand. But me personally, I actually enjoyed Transformers 1. Now, as far as the Studio Series Voyagers are concerned, we got 4 listings. The first one is 86 Skywarp, followed by 86 Thundercracker. So, I guess the Earthrise 2-pack that had those 2 characters, I guess they're going to be repacked for the Studio Series 86 line. So, which is good, because those were actually kind of hard to find characters. I'm lucky I got my hands on mine. Let's see. 86 Shockwave. Unless it's just going to be a repack of the Siege Shockwave, just without the extra accessories. I I mean, that'd be a good one as far as I'm concerned. I actually rather like that version of Shockwave. The last one is TF1 Alpha Trion. That is cool. That is cool. We're getting a Voyager class Alpha Trion from Transformers 1. I actually rather enjoyed his character in that movie. And the fact that he's going to be the same class as Sentinel Prime, ooh, that just makes it so much better. Now, as far as Studio Series Leader class is concerned, there's surprisingly more Leader class figures for Studio Series than there are Voyagers. It's typically the other way around. But, needless to say, let's go ahead and dive right into these Leader class figures. Alright, first up we have 86 Soundwave. I'm assuming that's just going to be a repack of the Earthrise Soundwave that's been coming out for the last few years. 86 Astrotrain. Again, I'm assuming that one's just a repack. 86 Snarl, a repack. TF5 Nemesis Prime, so the Last Night Nemesis Prime. Okay, 86 30th Anniversary Capsule SS86 Anniversary Deluxe Hound. That one's exciting. So I'm assuming it's just going to be a Studio Series 86 version of like the Earthrise style Hound. So that's what I'm guessing that one is. Let's see. Anniversary Voyager class Scourge. I don't know why he's listed among Leader class. There's another Voyager listed here with the leaders. Anniversary Hot Rod. So looks like Scourge and Hot Rod are being re-released in anniversary packaging. SS86 Anniversary Leader Optimus Prime. Now, I don't know what's going to make this one really different from the Commander class that we had come out last year. But the fact that Optimus Prime is going to be given the anniversary packaging treatment for the 40th anniversary of the Transformers the movie, for me, is exciting. And we do have one more listing. This one is for Age of the Primes. It's a deluxe class, and it is Qantas Prime. Yeah, apparently those are going to be the new Age of the Primes and Studio Series figures that will be coming out over the course of the rest of this year and into next year. Now, my question to you guys: of all these figures here that are listed, which ones are you most excited for? Matter of fact, what would you say are your top 3 Transformers figures that were leaked here that you are the most excited for? Now, I can go ahead and tell you without any doubt, my number 1 is Krennic. It's Krennic. That is my number 1. As far as my numbers 2 and 3, I'll tell you my number 2 is Onslaught. And just because I was surprised to see this one listed, Animated Ratchet. Those will be the top 3 I'm actually the most excited for. If you stay with me up to this point, I greatly appreciate you watching this video. If you are new to this channel, be sure to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And be sure to turn on that bell so you can receive all future notifications for when I do upload new videos. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.